Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be diving into the world of blockchain technology, specifically focusing on the component such as oracles. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you click the subscribe button so you never miss out on anything. Let's jump into this. Oracles play a crucial role in the functioning of smart contracts in the blockchain. Smart contracts are autonomous, self-executing contracts with a long-term agreement directly written into code. However, they live in the world of blockchain, which is isolated from the outside world of data. That's where oracles come in. Oracles are third-party services that feed smart contracts with real-world data. The data can be anything: temperature in New York, the price of Bitcoin, the outcome of the football game, you name it. Oracles make it possible for smart contracts to interact with data outside of their networks, enabling them to execute based on this data. For instance, imagine a betting smart contract for football games. The contract would need to know the result of the game to determine who won the bet. An oracle will provide that information through a via smart contract. Oracles are essential as they are the bridge that gaps between the blockchain and the real world, allowing the smart contracts to be a lot more useful and powerful. Alright everyone, let's see an actual example of how an oracle actually is being used. I have my smart contract right here. I grabbed from Chainlink an aggregator v3 interface, and I made it into the price feed. The price feed's going to grab that via oracle that's going to bridge from this smart contract to the actual live pricing. The pricing is going to be based on whatever I determine based on my testnet. So I'm using actually a price feed contract addresses. And as you start to go down, you can kind of see mainnet, testnets. I'm using the BTC over Ethereum right here. And what I basically did was get the address. I have a function right here that is going to be able to be viewed, and all I did was price feed it from my actual aggregator, and it's going to have a function that will actually display and return the actual pricing. Just a little side note, I am using Truffle currently right now as just the framework. I'm also just make sure I have my background for my correct test nets. I have my inferior, which I'm using for my node. I have the correct chain link, which will go straight to my actual test net. And I also just want to kind of help you guys out with this background, just in case you guys need and struggling. So just a little side note. Alright, so I just made my deployment function for my Truffle. I'm going to run it right now just to ensure that everything looks good. I'm going to write in migrate -- network. We'll see run live. Compile, that's good news. Alright, migrations. Alright, looks like it's running. Transaction hash. Perfect, and looks like it's run correctly. Beautiful. Alright, let's move on to the next. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and run our testpriceconsumer.js and see if our truffle is going to respect it. Alright, it's grabbing through the network. That's good. It's compiling our contracts. See if this thing starts to work and spit it out. Oracle's grabbing information. Let's see. Oh, beautiful, and it's passed. Alright. Alright, so now let's go ahead and look right now. Here's going to be my front end. And we can start by seeing that I had injected or imported Web3 over. I have my React, my use states. I started off by writing my function out. As I wrote in my function, I used my set state. My set state had a function that was where it was going to be used for an async function. Or we have our load blockchain data. The blockchain data is going to include my node. It's going to include to connect to Web3 using my RCP-URL. We have our network that we're going to connect to. We have our ABI from the actual smart contracts. And then we also are going to combine that into our contract, which is going to be the ABI and the address through via Web3, which we can see right here through Ethereum. We're going to go ahead and call our function, and then we're going to see if we can actually represent it. Now, right over here, I have my else just to see if it doesn't work and it's not completely correcting. Now, I can see now is based on what exactly my network is, my aggregator, and then my actual address that I'm using to go ahead for the pricing to view. So the only thing you have to pay is a very small amount of minimum. And then we have our price, which is going to use for that handler up on the top, where we have our on click to go ahead and press the button to fetch the price. So npm run start to load up my React. Alright, starting to display. I'll bring it out right here. Beautiful. If I click my fetch price, beautiful. It seems to go ahead and show it. Alright. Alright, everyone. I hope you learned a lot. And if you have any questions, feel free to put into the comments. Make sure you subscribe to catch up on everything new that I put out. Alright, have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.